Well, hello, good people. Mark here, and we're here at the Red Brick House. We had the inspections. We passed the electrical. We have just a couple of minor issues on the plumbing. Nothing that's really that big a deal, which is good. A few things on framing and all. You know, some people have this hatred of inspectors. I hate building inspectors, but see, the thing about building inspectors, you know, you get some, like in any profession, that are going to be harder on you than others. But here's the reality about inspectors. An inspector is trying to make sure you don't get yourself killed. You know, if you end up doing a circuit that's wrong, and maybe it's something you've never heard about before, you know, like the arc fault interrupter breakers. Nobody wants to spend $69 for one of those, but there's a purpose to it. It's to save your life. And if $69 saves your life, then it's well spent. And the same thing about people who build decks and stuff. You know, it's like, oh man, yeah, inspectors make me put more bolts into the damn thing. Yeah, that's so when you have a party with 25 people on there, the damn thing doesn't collapse. So don't look at the inspector as your enemy. Actually look at him as a person who's on your side. Now, do I want to spend an additional $300 on, you know, more studs and bolts and everything else? Of course not. But in the end, I know that it's going to help make this place better. So it is 6:30. I've got my live stream at 9 o'clock, and I want to do something a little bit extra today. So you guys know I went to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I've been itching to do something with this lime mortar. And this is the first time I've opened up a bucket of it. And right now, all I see is water. I've been spraying down the wall over here, and you can see it still looks wet. I've literally put on 2 gallons of water today, and for the last 2 days, we've been spraying that thing a couple of times. So here is the lime mortar, and I'm gonna hopefully not screw it up. This is what I've taught. Okay, I've watched several, I'm sorry, moving the camera here. I've watched several YouTube videos on this. I've talked to my man Jonathan at Limeworks, who basically says, we got school for this. And what you really should do is go to class. But we're gonna try it. So I have my hawk over here. I've got my horsehair, and I've got my mixing trowel here. Let me make sure I don't have the lime putty. Lime mortar. Wait a minute. It is plaster. Lime putty. Lime mortar. Lime mortar, lime mortar, lime mortar. Okay. Yeah, I got 5 things of the lime. It says lime mortar, but it's actually the plaster. It's the coarse cut. So, let's see if we can mix this stuff up here. Ooh, okay. Okay. You can feel the sand in it. Okay. Interesting. Hang on. We got our pool trout here. They said it's very, very sticky. That's pretty sticky. Now, here's what Jonathan said to do. First you mix this, and then you're gonna put some of it on plastic, and you're gonna fold it with horsehair to mix it up. Now I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little bit here to start with, because I'm new here. And this is a 5-gallon bucket of it. Maybe I'll put about a couple of gallons of it there first and see what it's like. Now here's the good thing, at least, that I've learned. As long as you don't take it out of this bucket and put it on the walls, it will be usable forever. It won't dry. So I got the pre-mixed stuff because I know at least they've got the mixture just right, as opposed to me being the village idiot. And of course it costs a little bit more, but then I don't have to get the machine to go ahead and do this, and so on. So let's go ahead and get our mixer out of here, and we're gonna try and do what he told me to do, which is mixing this on a piece of plastic. Okay. Wish me luck, good people. What the heck? I'm gonna live dangerously. Let's take the whole bucket out. See, it's a little bit sandy in the bottom here. Okay. Shout out to our friend Sandy. Okay. Blend it up. Okay. All right. This is old school here. Let's get the bucket out the way. Now, I don't know if Jonathan was pulling my hair or not, but Jonathan said you want to use about 1/3 of the horsehair. Now, I ain't seen, I've watched a lot of different videos, and I haven't seen, you know, you see a lot of British guys in there that do the mortar and stuff, right? I haven't seen any of them using horsehair. Like I said, Jonathan might just be pulling my leg. He said, you don't want to take the hair and mix it with the mixer. He said, because what happens to the hair then is, I'm using a carpet knife here, is it gets torn up. He said, so you want to mix it by folding the mortar over. And in my mind, here's what I was thinking of. You know, when you take metal and you, they basically fold it over and over and over again. That's how it gets its strength. Well, I'm thinking that's kind of what Jonathan wants you to do. Okay, so this is a lot smaller than I need, so I'm gonna just cut the plastic down. Remember, I'm the village idiot here, trying this for the first time. Okay, so fold it over, he said. Fold it over. All right, folded it over, and then we put some more hair in it. acts like kind of like rebar would today. You know, the Egyptians used to use straw in their mortar to make it stronger. At least if you watch the Ten Commandments, that's what you did. Okay. We're really going old school here. Okay. Oh, I like that. That's actually pretty easy. All right, let's put some more hair in it. Where'd my hair go? Okay. Let me say I appreciate all the horses that gave up their hair for the red brick house. Okay, let's fold her again. Oh yeah, I think I'm getting the stroke down. Now I have to say, I was mistaken because I used to always say hog's hair plaster. I actually don't know if a hog has hair. Jonathan, if you're watching, call me and tell me how much I screwed up. I see hair, and I've tasted a little bit. My wife's probably going to be mad because she's not here to see this. But she went off playing with her sister. This actually is kind of fun, rolling it around. So this hair is about enough for 15 gallons of this. I think I'm getting the stroke. It's better to cut it this way because then it's kind of spreading it out a little bit more. What Jonathan told me is don't mix it with the mechanically with the hair because it'll shred the hair, and you don't want to shred the hair. You want it to be in there whole because that helps with the strength. Okay, that's about a third of it. Whew. You can see the hair in it. Okay. It is very, very thick. Now, here's the things I've learned, or at least principles I've been told. First of all, the reason the bricks have to be wet is because basically it's like a suction. If it's dry, it's going to suck all the water out and it won't bond. If the brick is wet with the wet mortar, then what happens is all of that marries together as it dries. So we can go a minimum of 3/16, I think it was, and a maximum of 1 1/4 inches with this first coat. Okay. Okay, hot dog. Okay, they say, now we got a stainless steel Trout, I think, which is slipperier. Now let's see what happens when we use the wood flow. They said, yeah, it sticks to it. That's what it's supposed to do. Now, you can put it on with the metal trowel, but you don't want to do the finish work with the metal trowel because it brings the lime to the surface, is what Jonathan told me. And I don't think Jonathan would lie to me. All right, so I'm gonna put some plastic over there and then we're gonna try it on the wall. Just hold up. Let's get the trowel moved here. Oh, the camera moved. We'll put you in the window. Let's see if this will work. Keep in mind, this is broke-ass media in full effect. All right. We've got our drywall caulk, or our caulk. I shouldn't say drywall because we're not doing drywall. You can see our wall, Jonathan. I've put about, I think, 8 gallons of water over the course of the last 3 days on this brick. Okay. You can see the hair on here. All right. They said you should be able to actually take it and throw it, and it'll sit on there. That it'll smooth out real easy. Okay. Okay. Well, you can tell I am a novice at this, but it does. This is the first time I've ever plastered. Okay, so bear with me. And I will say, actually, that part wasn't that bad. Try not to waste my plaster here that I just dropped on the floor. Just try to go up the wall with it. Okay. This is the natural wheat color. Now I can see the hair in it. Let's get some more and see if we can get better on the next go round. Got some work to do to get used to this. First observations are, once I get it up here, it does stick. Trying to get the feel for this. One thing I will say about myself is I'm never afraid to try something different and to try something new. This is definitely something different and something new. Okay, getting a little bit better with it. Oh, Sookie, that time I got a little bit better with it. I didn't drop it that time. Oh, that's it. Oh, snap. It is sticky. Let's say that. Jonathan is probably laughing at me right now from Lineworks. He was like, "You're literally coming to get this product and do this for the first time now?" He's like, "We got a lot to talk about." It's funny with Jonathan, because every time you bring up something new, he'll always say, we got a lot to talk about. But I will say that it does stick to the walls. Didn't get that hair looks good there. Here's the one thing I've just learned. It's going to take a lot of this stuff to get it done. This is 1 5-gallon bucket. Wow. Okay. There we go. Let's see. See if you guys can see that a little bit better. So, this is the first coat that has to go on. And it looks like I'm going to need to mix some more. But that's an improvement. If I can get the camera set up here. That's an improvement. And for a first time, for the first coat, I'm not going to say that that's awful. just a little bit. Yes. Wow, this is drying so quickly. Now I can say that the air in here is very, very dry. You know what we's gonna do? We're gonna mix up another bucket so we can finish this wall off. Didn't mix that here very good. But you can see it is definitely flattening up. Wow. In comparison to what this looked like down there, hey, that's not bad, as long as it stays on here. Okay, so I'm gonna mix up some more. I need to get a couple of little bricks to fill in around there, because that's gonna be too big. We're gonna finish this wall off. All right, we'll come back. Okay, so I have used up about 2 buckets of stuff, but you guys saw what this looked like before. This is my very first time ever steccoing. This is the first coat. The walls, as much as about 1.25 inch variance in there. This stuff is actually pretty easy. And I'm sitting here thinking about this. What's gonna be really cool about this is, you don't sand it. There's no drywall dust. Now, I've gotten some stuff here on the plastic and things, but I tell you what, that's pretty flat. You know, I went through and I tried to bevel it a little bit there to meet the fireplace. There's a couple of low spots and stuff, but tomorrow when I go over with the next coat, that'll take care of it. This is all I have left from the second bucket. Unfortunately, I didn't follow what I was originally thinking. Jonathan was kind of like, you might want to just try it before you invest a whole lot of money on it. You know, just get a few buckets and things. But yeah, this is going to be no problem. Now, there's going to be some undulation and stuff in there, but you know, I'm okay with a little undulation, if you know what I mean. You kind of like a little undulation, you know? Not everything needs to be straight up and buttoned down. But I'm going to use up the rest of the mortar that I have that's mixed, and I'm going to call it a night. But definitely, wow. Hard to believe the transformation of before and after. Whew. Okay, so that is the worst spot of plaster here. And look what we got. This is just the first coat. 2 buckets. I've got 3 more buckets left. I'm going to work on finishing at least this area right there. Had I been smart, and I'm not, we should have been wetting other areas so that way we could just go through and try and hit them. But I think that that's definitely, oh my God, I can't believe it. I am, that is a great way to finish off the day. Appreciate you. Peace.